Go to McDonald's, Mickey D's.
Yeah.
I want to get a quarter pounder with cheese with using Bitcoin.
Uh-huh.
How do I do that?
You just, have your account linked to your phone or however you use it, and there's going to be a way, a pay system, a way to use it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, just like a credit card.
And Bitcoin.
And it converts too, so you know how much Bitcoin you need that for $15 worth of something, like your meal. And it'll tell you, 0.000000003456 Bitcoin.
So is Bitcoin trying to replace? What is Bitcoin trying to replace?
Bitcoin is just trying to replace. It was made to replace centralized banking.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That there's no entity, no physical entity that runs the institution. So there's no tampering.
There's no money laundering.
There's no like pumping of anything or any fraud. It'd be able to happen. The banking will happen, like last year with the banking, collapse.
Yeah.
That.
None of that.
None of that.
Now that we're talking about that subject, it's like the prime example. My dad was a cab driver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so when Uber happened, he hated them.
Mm-hmm.
He hated Uber because they ran on a certain different guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad had to buy his taxi license and all that, and insurance and all that. With Uber, now
bypass all that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're insured automatically as long as you're driving with Uber.
Not
under their insurance.
Only if you have a passenger with you.
Okay.
But insurance companies had gotten privy to that and saying, no, we're not covering you. That's extra.
Okay.
I'm sure.
So we don't get off topic.
Yeah.
The reason why I said that is the banks must really hate Bitcoin then.
They're buying Bitcoin. BlackRock, one of the biggest investment companies on the face of this planet, bought tons of Bitcoin and made an ETF stock portfolio of Bitcoin. So you can buy Bitcoin. If you don't trust Bitcoin, institutions themselves, you can go to Charles Schwab, or you could go to Bank of America, or you could go to wherever you can buy or purchase stock and buy the Bitcoin ETF.
Oh, okay. So
it's based off the running price of Bitcoin.
So let's say it's more or less it's a stock kind of situation.
It's what it is, but it runs 24/7. The market never closes.
Oh, okay. There's no ringing of the bell like we see in NASDAQ and all that stuff. Wow.
You can buy and sell at any time.
Okay. And is this
that's why it's volatile. That's why a lot of people don't like it, because the price changes rapidly. You can't predict. It's unpredictable. It's very volatile. That market's very volatile.
Yeah, it's like my wife. She was gonna with the stock market. She has stock with her company.
Yeah.
And it's up and down, and obviously you got to sell at the right time when stocks are up.
Yeah.
And it plummeted like real quick, and it'd be useless for her to cash in.
Yeah.
So that's the bad thing about it.
If you know how to play the game, basically if you're up, take your winnings. That's what people do.
Yeah.
That's how they make a passive income with it. If you have capital to invest, and you know how to double it and play the game and take your emotion out of it,
right.
People make passive income doing that. I was just talking to somebody about that, about how they went into, they got a good position at a hotel or something. And now they're like, top, of the food chain in terms of, position in the hotel, and they travel and go to everywhere for free, and they review stuff or something like that. And what they did was they made it to where like they about to retire at 50 something early, and they're just going to be making passive income not only on their pensions and their retirements and all that, but on their investments that they made early on. It's just paying them dividends after dividends after dividends and interest, and they're living for free. The company's paying them, the hotel company's paying them for all their stays, so they stay for free, eat for free at all their places, and on top of that, they're paying them through all the time that they dedicated to the company. And what they did was save all their PTO, their vacation, and front loaded it and saved it so they could like retire early.
Wow.
So there's many ways, right? There's many ways. It depends your situation, what your company, offers. Trust me. Mark my words. I'm predicting this. There's gonna be one day where your job, you go somewhere and work, they're gonna offer you 401k and cryptocurrency, investment opportunities.
Okay. Well, you just answered my next question. What do you see the future?
That's the future. That's the future where it's gonna. The use case is just gonna be just like what is the use case for the stock market right now? It's so that people can go and have a piece of the pie in a company, right? And bank off and profit off of their growth, and that in turn, the company gets free money. Well, not technically free, right? Mm-hmm. But they get investors, and they get to build with that money that they didn't have.
So just like my analogy about Uber, right? And how Uber kind of put taxis out of business. I mean, how many taxis really do you see nowadays?
You still see them.
You still see them, but not as many as you used to see. So my next question regards Bitcoin is, and we talked about the future of it, who will be out of a job?
In terms of Bitcoin?
Yeah.
I don't see anybody like Bitcoin taking anybody's job. That was going to be my next reference. And what I wanted to say is AI has come and revolutionized a lot of things.
The music business.
People are upset and scared. Why? Because they're too attached to what they identify with in terms of their position in life. And so if they feel threatened by AI, it's because of that. It's because they feel threatened that they're going to be replaced by that. But just like anything else, the abacus, was replaced by the calculator. Right? The phone, the computer, these are all tools that we've come up with to make our lives much easier and much more practical.
Right. And going on what you said about AI, a lot of musicians are upset about AI because there's programs right now where you could tell, I want this song to be about this, and I want it sung by this kind of person. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you an example. And the reason why I can play this example is because it's mine. So I'm doing a poetry book. It was called Love 100. It's going to be 100 poems about love. I kind of missed the plot on that one. And I'm going to still do it, but it's going to be under another future project. Okay. But I want you to hear this. It'll amaze you how AI is these days. Go to my poetry section. And this is what musicians are getting pissed about.
How are you today, sweetheart, the love of my life? I love making you smile. You don't have to respond because that doesn't matter to me at all. What matters is your health, beauty, and wellness. That's the real truth to me. That's the joy I receive, making you feel good about yourself. Well, there are times when maybe you don't. Because, baby,
can't really tell
you are the best.
That's the AI, and the music's the AI.
Forget the rest.
But those are my words.
Yeah.
It was so nice
Okay, so
talking to
the first one you showed me, I honestly thought you had somebody like sing that, right, or recite that.
Yeah.
Right, it was another poem. I remember we were in your car and you were showing me, and it was really good. I was like, and when you told me, I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? Because some apps like are a little cheaper and they don't do as good of a job. But then there's like the ones that they fine tune them, right? And and they do like this phenomenal job, voiceover, all that. But to go a little bit, backtrack a little bit, not away from this, but
no.
Before that, what I want to say is, people. AI has come to revolutionize our lives, like all of these products have done for us. The people, there's always somebody. There's always will be somebody that will be afraid and mad about these technologies, being developed and brought.
Number one, because they can't grasp it.
They don't understand.
They don't understand.
And they don't want to. They want to stay stuck because they're too identified. Little caveat, why are they too identified? Because that's everybody's identities, everybody's lives, right? And if we get disconnected from something or something's getting taken away from us, what happens? Our life is done. We feel like it's done. But that's why, like, if you study spirituality and religion and all that, what do they tell you? Is detached from all this worldly identifications and attachments to material, because your true happiness comes within.
Right.
Going back to the AI thing, right? That's why people are afraid, because they're so disconnected that they can't adapt and flow with the time. Instead of, like that saying, if you can't beat them, join them.
Right.
If you can't do that, really, it's not because you're trying to like, what? It's one thing if you're already down, you're already at the end of your journey. You're at the end of your life where hey, it doesn't matter anymore. But if you're still alive at this point, if you're a person that's no older than 60, 70, even like up until 80, if you're still alive and that old, you still have a chance to take advantage of this technology.
Yes,
and use something with it.
It's like I told you, who would have thought, right? We get hit with the pandemic and people that were never computer literate.
Yeah. Had to become, if not,
dealing with their doctors,
dealing
with their work, their meetings, working from home,
ordering their prescriptions.
People were forced. I mean, and as tragic as COVID was, as many lives as it took, it taught us. Me and my wife had that picture in our bedroom. I just thought, but as tragic as it was, how many lives that it took. It kind of, I'm not going to say it was a blessing.
Yeah.
But I am going to say that it helped us deal with life a different way.
Helped us learn how to
deal
with life.
Persevere.
Yeah, persevere. Because it really changed, it really revolutionized how we looked at life and how we worked through things. Because the whole mask thing, everything that came with it was something new, was something we needed to learn and adapt. And now it's like second nature. Now we're not even tripping supposedly we're still in a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like, supposedly. There's still those, the injections. Don't even talk about the injections no more. It's just like second nature now. It's like the flu. Oh, you got COVID? Yeah, people be like, it's still fresh, but it's not like how it was, right?
No.
But with all of these, lessons and situations that we had to learn from, what we really got out of it, right? What we really got out of it was technological advances all the time. Every time something happens, something bad happen, look, get a bunch of technological advances. Bunch of them. AI is one of them.
Yeah, and you can either get on the train
or get left behind.
Or get left behind.
Those who fear. I saw this quote somewhere in a comment. Those who fear AI either get left behind or use it and leverage it.
Yeah.
They get replaced, something like that. It was like they get replaced by AI, or they use AI to use it and leverage it to their advantage.
Like my boy, he called me. He goes, I want you to hear this software, and this is where I got the idea for the poetry book.
Yeah.
He said it's gonna make you mad. You're gonna love it, but it's gonna make you mad.
Yeah.
It made me mad as a musician because you're spending your blood, sweat, and tears. You're playing this from your heart. You're singing from your heart. And all of a sudden, you hear something just put together in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
You just input the information, boom, it comes out a song.
Yeah.
Now, I could be mad at that. I could turn my back on it, or I could use it to my advantage.
Yeah.
I have chosen, my friend.
No, to use it to your advantage. Me as well. I as well.
To use it to my advantage.
Me as well. I as well.
Yeah, I as well. And so that's what I'm saying. It ties in with Bitcoin because
Yeah, it does.
it ties in with people changing their thinking.
And people are going to get smart. And if they're not doing it already, they're already doing it. They're going to use these AIs to invest for them. And they ain't got to they just got to instruct it what they want, how much, when to sell, when not to sell. And it's going to be so much faster and so much smarter than you that the amount of investments and time and effort it takes you to look and study and this and that will be freaking fractionalized. Like you said, in a matter of minutes, seconds even, it generates for you what you
And
want.
look at us talking like grown men. We ain't even smoked nothing.
Yeah.
Look at us talking all intelligent.
Oh, I'll smoke something.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but no, yeah.
Yeah, no, because at 55 years old, man, I knew nothing about it, but I really wanted to know, what is this about? How is this going to help me?
Yeah.
Instead of being scared of a change, because I really don't like change. A lot of older people don't, but I want to embrace it. So that's why I asked you that question.
I'm so glad that you did, and I'm so happy that what you're doing right now, I can be a witness to it, first of all, and foremost. But I always knew and felt like, you were very talented, and you had a lot to, give. You had a lot of value, not just in your talents with music, but as a person. And for you to have amassed that much of a following on Instagram, on your page, I'm still amazed. Like, I want to dissect everything. Like, I want to be your friend so much more now than ever, because it's like you did it so naturally. And I know what it is, bro. It's the skills and the experience you've gained from those skills that have helped you develop and grow your channel.
I wanted to apologize to the people out there. Something I said, which, number one, I had no right saying it. Number two, it was totally my opinion, but it was a totally false statement. People do care about food. People do care about food. I don't know what this Negro was thinking. Maybe because he was hungry or whatever or something. But I don't know what I was thinking to make that statement. People do care about food. People do care about food reviews. People do care about going places and how's that chicken.
Oh, yeah, man.
People do care. I was an idiot for making that statement. I don't know why I said it. So with that being said, there you go. People out there in podcast land. People out there, my fellow YouTubers.
I don't even remember you saying that.
I did say, people don't care about food no more.
Yeah.
People want to laugh, and that's true. But people do care about food.
No, yeah, you were wrong.
Now
I remember.
Food is what I was wrong.
I remember.
So for the second episode, I wanted to clear the air on that one. Before we get
you want to redeem yourself?
I want to redeem myself before we get on to the next topic I wanted to tell you about.
Oh yeah, okay. People would really, if we were like known and we had a good following, people would have ripped you.
Yo, they would have ripped me a new one.
They would have ripped you.
They would have ripped me a new one.
Oh, for sure.
They would have fried me like a piece of chicken.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you.
So
right now you're like
I said,
clearing the table.
People do care about food, and they care about laughter.
Yeah.
So I put that in the
same. Care about all the things. Yeah, everything. They care about everything.
I'm not a political person. I never have been. So that's a subject I don't really talk
Me
about.
neither. I'll talk about it, but it's.
Well, we could talk about religion, politics, just me and you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna bring my views out there.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I ain't about to get like things thrown at me for my political views.
Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, on two shoes, like yeah. But my next topic